truly am not team. I do not give a fuck about Teresa or Melissa. I don't care. I'm not team anyone. I'm team behind it. I really hope everything works out for Teresa. I really do. I mean, she has been through, I really have nothing bad to wish her. However, I thought Louis was fine, but there's a lot of strange behavior coming out, guys. There's a lot.
Give me one example, because I need to get caught up on this past season with them.
I mean, like, and this is going to be more of a Patreon thing. This isn't, so everyone listen, but like, I mean, I know for a fact a housewife that he told recently that he's worth like $100 million. I mean, let's just put this in perspective. That's more than like basically Andy Cohen has, you know? I mean, it's close, guys. It's close. I would say Andy has around $75 million to his net worth. It's more than like Vanderpump. I mean, so he's, you know, they're down in Cabo now with like Kelly Dodd. And it's just, that's just one. Him and I are doing a big deep dive this Saturday. So I thought he was bad news, and then I flip-flop, because that's called taking the facts when you're not when you don't, I mean, and so these tree huggers, really, you should all be ashamed of yourselves. You should all be ashamed of yourselves, because you should open your eyes and just be cautious. I wish her the best of luck, but you know, I hope it all works out. That's all I have to say. I really hope it does.
You know, and you and I have differing opinions on buying fake designer goods, but you know, I know you're a never faker, and I'm like, now that I'm saving $100,000 to buy a house and trying to buy a house in Los Angeles, I'm like, I wouldn't buy anything real designer. Like, everybody robs you here for everything, so I'm like, it's gonna be fake Gucci. But so I don't have a problem with it anymore. But I will say it is so tacky when he bought Trey's girls all the Cartier, and then the internet quickly goes fake. That was pretty bad. And then they all took it down, and you know, their PR goes, well, it's the thought that counts. Yeah, but you all are presenting a world where you want your viewers to think you are uber rich, and that's sign number one. If you've got 100 million, as you know, you ain't buying fakes. You know, you've got.
I mean, $100 million. What? Like, that's not like. And
the lead, look, when he went on Watch What Happens and said he also has a lead generating business, which essentially means, you know, they're somehow scamming, taking all your information, selling it to usually people like the Jen Shah situation where they're preying on people. Now, again, he denies that, so I don't want to be speculating because I don't know anything about his, none. So he may be doing it all in the up and up, and everybody is mining our information all the time. Every time you fucking log on to Google, they're mining your info. So, but that.
Oh my God, you like click on something and you're like, you know, because like now I'm decorating the place, and the next thing you know, you're like, it's like, well, you know, I was interested in that, you know, bed or whatever. You're like, how are there like 35,000 furniture stores that are showing me like beds that are not even just beds? They're like really on point for things that I want to buy. It's like you're in the game. It's not like you're sending some like bed with like grandma's lamppost, and like it's like every furniture store that's now targeting me from one click yesterday. And like, these are all gorgeous. Man, it's scary, right?
It's very scary, but interesting. Okay, I want to listen to that, because I'm not so invested in them, you know.
Kim and I flip-flop on it every week, and people are like, I'm like, we take it week by week. Like, we've had a lot of issues with the Gorgas this season. We had some issues with Teresa recently. I personally thought Louis was like, you know, you didn't love any of these women, and now you met the love of your life. But I don't know. I'm starting to like see some signs that I don't like. So TreHuggers, stop enabling. Just keep one eye open. Wish your girl well, but keep an eye open from the side, guys. What were we just talking about before we went on this Teresa
Schwartz on what happens? Like saying Raquel is Tom Sandoval's heroine.
No, I mean, I think that's like, but I also love that Andy was like, you know, do you think this is gonna last? And he said no.
His answer, he goes, oh, Andy, I've thought so much about this. It's like, Schwartz, you haven't thought that much about this at all, honey. You have been so distracted with everything else going on. Give me a break. because yeah, Andy, and again, like a good friend, I thought the answer was so sincere, which was a very long fucking winded answer to, I doubt it, but if it does work out, this is still my best friend, my business partner. Obviously, it seems like Schwartz doesn't have any issues with Raquel and thinks, I took away that Schwartzy also thinks Raquel's a decent person. So it was a long-winded way of saying no, but look, that's a good friend. People should have walked away from that interview. And I get why people.
That's what I did. I walked away being like, yeah, this is a good friend. I mean, on like a national platform.
I feel terrible for Ariana, but when we run into her in West Hollywood and she goes, oh, you guys have not been team Ariana enough, I would say this, girl, you ultimately won. God's rejection is your protection. Now, was it 9 years? Yeah, that's a long time, but you learned a ton of lessons. You're going to come out of this a multi-millionaire, and you're going to go on and you're going to get therapy and you're going to find the most amazing man of your life. And if Tom Sandoval hadn't blown up your world like this, it never would have led you to true love and millions and riches. So thank the universe.
Thank the universe. And you know what I want to say? Here's, since we do like unpopular opinions these days, apparently.
What?
I feel it's a really, really fine line, right? So Schwartz is saying Raquel's a decent person. There are people that are like, the mean girl stuff has to stop. Leave Raquel alone. You and I are, I don't chastise or hate Raquel as much as you do. Do I think it's the heroine? I mean, not you do, just the world does. Do I think it's heroine? I do think that she's his heroine, but I don't think that's bad. I think she's like a puppy dog and he's the rock god. And I think that inside narcissism is never met. It might be met for another 9 years, but I do think that he'll have to find when he's 50. Let's face it, when he is a 50-year-old man in 10 years, there will be another 25-year-old unknown actress that wants to spread her legs in this fucking town for this douchebag, 50-year-old pretend rock god. That is just the reality of, you're on these streets, girl. I'm not going to say where you live in town, because once I did and you were scared and you called me off air and you said, like, yes, don't even. Now, guys, I didn't reveal her address. I just said the actual section. I mean, there's these sections of Los Angeles. There's 35, but I'm not.
No, I don't want anyone to know where I live. It's fine. Too scary. Most of our 99% of our listeners are lovely and would never show up at your house. But unfortunately, in this day and age, and we saw it with a podcaster that was murdered in Washington, it's no. I don't want anyone to.
So I'm just saying, you're on the mean streets of LA. So you're on the mean streets of LA, and you know that everything I just said is right, because Tom Sandoval, then Vanderpump will have been off the air for like 7 years, and no one will know who he is, but somebody will, and it will be like some 22-year-old will Google and be like, oh, you were on a reality show on a network called Bravo. I don't know what Bravo is, and I don't know what Vanderpump Rules is, but wow, you're on a TV show? Sure, let's do it. And Sandoval will be on to his next when Raquel becomes old news. So, but I do think she's the heroine. But this is what I wanted to say. Right. I really feel that this Team Ariana, everyone, mark my words. I said she was going to be on Dancing with the Stars, and the next minute, here it is. Mark my words. Not today, not tomorrow. All of you people, all of you listening that are so hating on Raquel and Team Ariana, you're all going to start this. The pendulum is going to start to swing, and it's a fine line between when Ariana starts to be, she's not self-righteous now. She's not this, but when it's Dancing with the Stars and it's another thing and it's another thing, and there's all these opportunities, Lifetime movie, and just one interview was going to be a little different, and she's going to be a little changed, and she's no longer going to be Ariana from Vanderpump Rules. She's going to be Dancing with the Stars, a Lifetime actress. She's going to still be a wonderful person that we love, but it's just the smugness